Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss 23 board paper. So let's start. A quick tip before I proceed further. It's really very important to analyze and go through the previous year question paper before appearing for your board exam, and never think that okay, this question came last year so it cannot come this year, because certain topics you will find which were there in 23 paper were there also in 24 paper. If you have gone through my videos nicely, you will find this thing. And today also, while discussing the questions, I'll keep on pointing you that this was there in 24 also, so you see it's very important, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's start. So the first question in 23 was related to the aptitude test. Okay, and answer to it I have already highlighted, that is generalized aptitude test. I'll be a little quick so that I can discuss the full paper in one video, otherwise the time is less, your exams are approaching. Instead of discussing it section wise, I am discussing the whole paper today with you. So video could be little longer, but I'll try to keep it shorter. Now in this, the second question was related to Ising questionnaire, and the answer to this is psychoticism. And then next is related to your self, the self that values family and social self is either social or familial self. Next is from the Allport's theory, and the answer is cardinal. Yes, now next question related to coping with stress, but please pay attention, it is asking you to find out the statement which is not true, and in that way the answer comes to the third statement which is not true. Again the next question from the same chapter, and the answer is exhaustion. They are talking about the stages of gas model. Please prepare gas model for this examination also. I'm expecting it. I don't know why I'm having this feeling. Next question is related to your life skills and which kind of unhelpful habit it is, that is avoidance. And please note down that this one topic, so easy topic, what are life skills, and you have to explain different life skills. This question also has been repeating last in 24 also, it was repeated somehow or the other. Next question is related to diathesis stress model, and here you have to find out the statements which are true, not true but true. Please focus on this, because sometimes the children in a hurry make mistakes. That is why I am emphasizing on this. And in this, your first and third statement are true about this diathesis stress model. Then next question is related to the disorders, and the answer to this is obsessive compulsive disorder. Very easy. Question is also very easy in the sense that when you read, and if you know the disorder, if you know the symptoms of these disorders, if that is clear to you and it is in your memory, then you just have to pick up the word, difficulty in perceiving and processing information, and then look for options. The correct option is a specific learning disorder. Question is related to cognitive therapy, and both the statements are true, but they are not the exact reason. Next question, wherever this word come, emotions are blocked from this awareness. In 2024 also this type of a question was there, and it is Gestalt therapy. Next is, why is behavioral analysis conducted to overcome stress? This all the statements are true except the second one. Now the next question is assertion reasoning question and related to chapter 6. It is the statement about cognitive consistency is wrong, whereas the reason is true, that if two elements are not held logically in consonance with each other, it leads to distress in the person. Next question is related to self-fulfilling proficiency, very important, and that's why I uploaded one video also for these concepts, so you can watch it if your concept about self-proficiency is not clear. Next again it is which is not a factor. Okay, so we all know environmental characteristics are not a factor that is going to lead to attitude change. Now in this paper you have assertion reasoning questions 2, 3, but now only 2 are coming. I expect the same this time so that children do not lose marks. Sometimes these questions are confusing. Anyhow, the answer to this so that is very simple. Both the statements are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. When you read this question, you will find it. Now I start the discussion of section B, that is 2 markers, and in this the first question is related to conduct disorder, and you have to mention the other types of aggression. This was there last year in MCQ. Which type of aggression the person is experiencing, the proactive or hostile, verbal. So in this case you have to explain any 2 for 2 marker. Next question is related to your stress resistant personality. You all must be remembering the personality of hardiness, which is characterized by 3 C's: commitment, challenge and control. Very important for next year also, for this year. Question is related to cognitive distortion, and in this you will first define it and then you can give up the examples like I am ugly. Now when the person start thinking this in a negative manner about himself or herself, then he becomes susceptible to various psychological disorders. You can refer to your books, Cognitive Therapy. There you have this. Yesterday I discussed in detail in one of the videos. Next question is related to the theories of attitude change. This also, children, I don't know, right now while I am preparing this video, I am having an intuition that theories of attitude changes you could see it in the paper on 4th April. Here it is talking about 2-step concept of Mohsen, source identification and target. So you can revise and you have to write those points itself. Next question is very easy. It talks about the difference between in-group and out-group, and really I'm expecting that types of group, any sort of a question from types of group would be there in the paper. Okay, so next question relates to theories of intelligence, and in this particular question you would relate to hierarchical model of intelligence by Arthur Jensen. When you read the question, it would be very clear to you that Ryan possesses the first level of intelligence, which Arthur Jensen talks about, that is associative level, and Shireen possesses the second level of intelligence, that is cognitive competence. And then they have asked you to tell which approach is it, that is your psychometric approach. So these 3 things you can very well explain in your answer. It is 4 markers, so accordingly you have to explain. Next question asks you to explain the psychological models used to understand mental disorder. So in this you can pick up any 3. behavioral, humanistic, existential, or cognitive, or psychodynamic, whichever is clear to you. The next question says that when an individual's attitude would be in contradiction with his behavior, it could be that his attitude is not occupying central place in his attitudinal system, or maybe he is under some external pressure. Apart from these points, you can mention Richard Lapare's study. Okay, this question also I am expecting somehow in the paper this time. Okay, next question is very simple, wherein you have to just write the definition of belief and values. Also give the examples. This is also very easy question, that is, you are asked to explain the difference between group and team, and you know team is a special kind of a group, and I think this question was also there, some sort of this question was also there in 2024, so you consider it as an important, as well as it is very easy. But please remember that if you can improve the presentation of this question, make it in a tabular form, it will give a different impression to the examiner. Wherein you find the easy questions, make their presentation good. If your speed is good, then only, otherwise keep writing in points. The next question, of course, pass model. I had previously discussed the intelligence theories in one of my videos separately, even discussed few questions on these theories, and here you have to discuss the pass model. And the next question was again repeated in 2024. It is related to intelligence and culture relationship. Then you have to discuss Walker's and Robert Sternberg's view. Okay, next question is your related to Neo-Freudian Carl Jung, and here you have to discuss his concepts of pre-modal images, considering God as the Mother Earth, etc. When you read this question, and I have also written the points on the slide, you can go through it. Okay, so the next question which I see here is related to again life skills, and you have to discuss 4 life skills. I had already explained in the last video. This question was there in 2024, how to present this answer. Try to present it in a flow chart form, and it's very important topic, I think, this and emotional intelligence, because school people are working on life skills and emotional intelligence as their 21st century skills to be developed in the children. Now, next question is easy. You just have to discuss NEOP technique for stress management, that is your relaxation, biofeedback, meditation, etc. you can mention. And then next question says about behavior modification techniques, already explained in 2024 paper, you can go in for that. Next question relates to personality theories. In this you have to discuss type approach, and I had already uploaded one video separately for personality theories in which type the next question is defense mechanism, for which also I had made this special video. You see, important questions already discussed on my channel. You will find everything if you approach it. Next is the case study. You can pause it and read. Case study is talking about the disorder, and specifically it is asking you the difference between intellectual deficiency and autistic disorder. This is the second case study. It is related to intelligence theory. The question asks what type of intelligence Shrikant is possessing. It is contextual intelligence. And the last question relates to intrapersonal intelligence. You are asked to explain Gardner's theory of intelligence in this question. Okay, thank you for watching, and please, if you feel that this video has helped you in any way, kindly share it with your friends.